Hi everyone. So I know I said 6 o'clock sharp in my last video. Obviously, I'm horrible with time, but there's a pretty nasty storm going through here. The power kept flickering, so I didn't want to go live and then have my video cut out. It seems to have passed now. I went out and I saw a 6 point buck in our yard, and well, not our yard, but me and the neighbor's yard, and it was pretty cool. So I wanted to start off today by like talking about my own mental health, I guess, because if other people are gonna open up, it's best to always to kind of just put yourself out there. Um, I have been diagnosed as bipolar 2 depression anxiety. Take that as what you will, but it took a long time to get there. I went through a lot of different cycles of medication to get there. And I'm going to start off with a piece that I wrote kind of when I was going through the middle of all of those different changes, the med changes and stuff like that. And, it's coming from a dark place because I wasn't in a good state of mind. But, I can tell just by the first three words of no one understands, that's obviously a fallacy. Like, people understand. It's just, it's not something that's well known because it is so mysterious. You can't see it. It's not tangible. It's in your head. So no one understands what it's like. They'll never get what goes through your head. They'll say, "What a shame." They'll cross the street to get away. They'll say it's for sympathy or pity. They won't believe the torture you put yourself through every second of every day. Sure, you can get medications. First, they'll say you have depression, put you on SSRIs, except it's not just that, although it's an element. Those medications counteract what's really going wrong with you. So you take a panic attack at work because you took your medication. Instead of looking at other things, that means you have anxiety too. So here's 3,600 milligrams of a medication that doesn't work. This goes on for about 2 years without improvement, and every antidepressant available just to think, maybe that's not it. Wow, what a revelation. The thoughts that have constantly swirled endlessly throughout my head continue to get worse, more intense. Can't sleep, wish for sleep, just for the brief escape from those thoughts endlessly running through your head. Getting through it, dude, because people need a break from you, because you're hard to handle. Aha, you wake up and you're bipolar. So here's an antipsychotic booster, an antidepressant, a mood stabilizer, and your worthless anti-anxiety med, and we'll call it a day. Okay, great. I'm going to be fixed because I have all these meds that have to help, right? No, things get worse. You self-medicate because you know the ones that help you achieve that little bit of relief from those thoughts that have now become actions. Situations occur. Can't figure out how you feel because all the meds, everything feels fake. So you go back again. It feels like you sat in that chair a million times saying the same thing. These aren't working. Sure, you're practically a walking zombie, but it's not making you feel like you think you should feel anyway. You don't really know because honestly, you've never really known yourself. Who you think you are is just a fallacy and a facade, constantly changing in bad ways because you have to hide the way you truly feel. Bipolar is not something that can be understood unless it's something you've been through. The ups and downs, sometimes in minutes, makes you so exhausted physically and always mentally, like where you could never mentally where you could sleep, but physically where you're exhausted. Finally, it comes to a point, you've said it again, these don't work. You're being tapered off 5 meds and put on 4 new ones. You're taking 9 psych meds at the same time, sometimes 3 times a day. You realize you're done. You go through unimaginable anguish as you get off of them. Yeah. Not just the twitching, the flashbacks, to you getting attacked and assaulted, and the fact that you can't even formulate a simple declarative sentence, just those thoughts all coming back with a vengeance. And those times you tried to kill yourself and how you think about it once a day. They say you're selfish. They say you're a coward. They, them, those people do not understand. They pretend, but they don't get it. It's not like it's easy for us. I think of my daughter. I think of my mom. I think of the very few people that actually do love me, even if they don't fully get it. They don't understand the dangers, though, of a bipolar blackout. Not too many do. It mostly happens when you're pissed. Your vision goes black. You don't realize what you're doing, but it's all happening. The same thing happens when these thoughts, these demons, these addictions, these fears, that anxiety, pure panic, all those set in. When people say the walls are closing around them, they aren't lying. You black out. It's not just that you don't love those people. You don't, you're just not in the right state of mind, whatever that is. Things go black. You don't think of those things. All you think about is escaping the emotional anguish that has been plaguing you for oh so many years. You still love them. You just hate living that much. You can't handle it anymore. That is what they don't understand. We don't do this for fun. Being a drug addict, whether prescribed or not, isn't fun for us. No one gets what we put ourselves through before they start putting you through more. There's no solution to the problem, and who knows, maybe there is none. There's no one solution for the problem, sorry. Maybe there's none. That's why we all end up penniless, addicted, terrified, and dead. Because in the end, no one ever fully knows what another is truly going through. Now, I mean, obviously, like I said, I was going through a very nasty time and kind of just wrestling with my own thoughts. As of that time frame, I've been able to get into a good place. That the place that I had gone to before, obviously, it was not good for my mental health at all. The doctor would just sit there and read on Google, this med, I've been on it. I tried that. Yeah, you had me on that. Yep. And it's like I just felt like a number. The place I go to now, they actually treat me like a person. They care about me. I'm on a really good regiment of medications that I think help just enough without changing who I am and the essence of me as a person. But it hasn't always been this easy. And I think a lot of it is situational. Having to sit here for 93 days. But I mean, obviously, to my fault. I'm not trying to justify that one bit, but I mean, it still has its ramifications when it comes to your mental health. You have to think of things to do that are kind of outside the box, or, we all have our own coping skills. They say coping skills. So it's like deep breathing and all that. And yeah, let me just breathe a little bit when I can't. Yeah. I have to do more in-depth things to sort of bring myself back to reality. But everybody's different. Music helps me a lot. That's why I'm really into NF right now. He's awesome. Just his views on mental health are amazing. The Search is awesome. It's kind of like what I myself am going through, like as far as like my music and like putting myself out there, putting my thoughts out there. I have so much stuff written. It's unreal. It's just, getting it together. But that's what I want to do, because like at the end of the day, it's like, how long do we all really have left? I mean, really. So, I mean, I think it's like we need to really focus in on like that depressive part, the depressive element in that journey that I had through, this like medications. Um, like the saying that thinking of death every day, in the US, suicide is actually the 10th leading cause of death. Um, and due to like our sluggish local economy and I would say, lack of mental health professionals in our county alone, which is like, mind you, under 700 square feet, like it's not big. Our county is really high up there in Pennsylvania's suicide rates, which is pretty crazy to me. That's actually the truth, but when you take a good look at it, it is. This is like a coal mining area, which that really just, went down, and when that went down, it's like everybody went down, and the whole town went down. And it's not like it's that bad, but the lack of opportunity and the lack of things to do and positive outlets and stuff, they're just not here. So like, a lot of the kids get into substance abuse. I mean, I say a lot of the kids, as and me too, I was right there with them all. So, I'm definitely no better, but, you know, it's just one of those things where, like, it has to be talked about, you know? I mean, no one wants to get that that message that someone's in that state of mind or they're talking about hurting themselves. Or maybe you think that they're doing it for pity, or maybe that you think they're doing it for sympathy. And I can't speak for anybody else and the reasons why they would say it, do it, whatever, try it. I can't speak for anyone else. I can only speak for myself. And when it comes to myself, it's more just like we in life tend to trip over the molehills and not the mountains. Um, it's like I have this giant weight on my shoulders already that I'm carrying up this mountain, and it's that one little hole in the ground that my foot goes into, and I break my ankle, and that's the thing that does it, you know, and that's the thing that pushes me over the edge. I fall over I roll down the cliff, you know. Um, so we have to watch for those things, the small, simple things that, you know, normal people, and I'm not saying normal, but, you know, people who don't think about that stuff every day or however often, we have to try to make them see like this is why. But reaching out for help is definitely like a key ingredient in helping someone and having someone get to the right treatment. Like, you know, I take anybody that says that I take them seriously. It's my duty as a professional to do that, but also just as I feel a decent person, it's my duty to just make sure that everybody that says anything like that to me, I check up on them. I try to do my best because at the end of the day, you don't know if that person is reaching out, and if you don't answer, that could be the end. That could be it. So I always make it, you know, my mission to try to be there for people as much as I possibly can. I'm always available. So, you know, if you're going through something and, you know, need to talk to someone, I certainly understand. Had my share of ups and downs. And, you know, I now have like what I call the brain zaps. And I think it's from actually taking Effexor for so many years, which is just another antidepressant, but I was on it for so long and I got down to like the lowest dose you could possibly take and I finally got off of it. But I mean, I kept having these brain zaps and it's like this like buzz in my head that goes through my whole body. And I haven't been on Effexor in years and I still have it happen to me. So it's just one of those things that may never go away, you know? And I don't know, I think that it's really important to focus on, you know, what is your mental health? What does your mental wellness look like? Please don't mind my mess, but like as you can see, here's my wall over here. This is my happy wall. Yes, it makes me very happy. It reminds me of all the things that I love and enjoy in life. When my depression gets bad, I look at that and it really helps me to get out of bed. You know, my best friend passed away in November. That was really hard on my mental health. It was really hard on my substance use. I I ruined some really good things and hurt some really good people, and I just wish that like I hadn't, but you know, it took me this long to get it, I guess. To finally understand, you know, you can enjoy life. You can have a good time. You don't need to be all fucked up and you know, at the end of the day, doing that actually, what I think is self medicating and making things better is actually making things 10 times worse, you know? So it's like I have to take my own advice, which is like the hardest thing to do. But I've learned that it's the best thing to do. You know, I am very well versed in, you know, college. I'm a career student basically, you know, so like I get it. And I mean, I'm not saying I lived an easy life either. Like, you know, I spent my time on the streets enough. and I slept on a park bench for 6 months. So, I mean, I've had my share of situations, but the main thing is like, like banding together and really um trying to fight this, like so people do have those people to reach out to that won't be quick to be like, okay, 302 911, you're out of here, CN 72, peace, shot of Halidol night. Like it's not therapeutic. It's not gonna solve the ultimate I wanna die, so that's why I say have a good support system. I found being on a house arrest, I don't have too many people that have my back, and that's fine. I'm totally cool with that. And I'm totally down with like meeting new people and like, spreading positivity. But in my inner circle, it's very small because like when you get put into a situation like this, you see who, deems you important and worthy and all that. And it hits you. You finally understand, you finally get it. But I was hoping some people would pop on, but I guess not. I tried to advertise a little bit, but hopefully things will get a little bit better as I go. I'm trying to get my music together. Shout out to anybody that is in Nowhere, Pennsylvania that wants to help collab and make music. I'm down. I kind of did it the ass backwards way and wrote lyrics, and now I need music. But that's just me. That's how I am. But it's just funny. Like I say, I'm a bipolar Gemini. I mean, like I said, that duality, it's there. Like I could be the sweetest person and the most loving person, and I can just be this just evil little asshole. And I don't like to bring that other side out, but eh, it's hard sometimes, it really is. I have no other way to put it, but that, it's hard. I try. I really do. And, I try to not let what people say, affect me, let it kind of roll off my shoulders. But, sometimes stuff really does get to me. So, I just got to like step back, evaluate the situation, see where I did wrong, see how I can fix it, and hopefully it'll work out. So I try to do, I mean, I was a fighter back in the day, like a punk kid, I always thought I was so tough, but now I prefer not to do that. I'd prefer to talk things out with people and, like get to the root of people's problems, because like that's the biggest thing. And that's the one thing that I want people to take away with this is you never know when you encounter someone what kind of day they're having or what happened to them or what news they just got or where they're coming from or anything. I remember when my friend passed away, I went to Sheets like right after it happened, after I had just seen it all. And the lady there just was like, "Well, what's wrong?" And I just ran out the door, I couldn't do it. So like you never know like where someone's coming from, so just be kind. That's pretty much what I get out of all this is be kind and listen. If there's someone out there that's asking for your help or your attention or something, if they're reaching out to you, it's for a reason. They're not doing it just for fun or just to get your pity. No one wants pity. Not that I don't know. Maybe other people do. I don't. I don't want pity. I don't want pity. I don't want sympathy. Empathy and sympathy are two different things. Empathy is you can put your feet in my shoes, walk a mile, and you understand and you get that, damn, that must be hard, to handle all the trifecta, bipolar, depression, anxiety, the trifecta. But not everybody's like that, so it's nice to educate people sometimes. And that's what I'm trying to do here. But I also want to put my music out there. So like It's gonna be kind of funny. I guess you'll kind of see the bipolar when you get to like actually hear my music, and hopefully you guys will be fans of it because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. I'm really looking forward to hopefully collaborating with people because, like, I know, I'm a little white girl and I like to rap, but that's not all I do. I mean, I can do any type of music. I've come from, the classic rock era and bloomed into a metalhead and everything in between besides country. Sorry, just not a fan. Not my thing. But you know, I I use music as a huge outlet for my depression, and I call myself like an emotional cutter. Like I'll listen to a song when I'm not like in the best, moods, and I'll listen to a song that just puts me in like a worse mood, and it's like, why do I do that? Why do I do that to myself? Why do I put myself through that? Why do I make myself cry? Maybe I need to cry. I don't know. But I do know that, like, with the regimen of medication that I'm on and talking to my therapist every week and doing all my requirements for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I am really transforming. There's no other way to describe it. And finally, at 34, finding out who I am. It's kind of crazy, but hopefully it leads to good things. Prosperous, a little prosperity in my life would be nice. And I like bringing people together. Collaboration, unity. Like it's with everything. It's with mental health. It's with drug and alcohol. It's with music. It's with everything. Collaboration is the way to go. So hit me up. I'm always available because obviously I'm on a house arrest. Haha. So I'll be here if you need me, if you'd like to talk to me, if you have any questions. If I can answer them, I certainly will. I'm not an expert or anything like that. I'm not a doctor. I don't have my doctorate, but I do have a lot of knowledge. So if you'd like to talk to me, hit me up. This is my channel. So thank you for watching.